Hey y'all, how's it going? I hope you guys are having a rockin' Monday, and I am coming to you to show you a couple of recipes that got a lot of votes for showing the recipe and how I make them. So let's get started. So these are going in our Rock Crock slow cooker stands. I have the 4-quart Dutch oven on this side. I have the 2.5-quart everyday pan on this side, both in a slow cooker stand, a Rock Crock slow cooker stand. They're super easy. They just set right in there, and it turns them into a slow cooker. So I can't tell you enough how much I recommend these babies because they save my life all the time. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and get the green beans done first. And I save our bacon grease. I do my bacon in on the bar pan in the oven, but it doesn't matter if you do it in a skillet. I put it in a mason jar, and then save it because, y'all, that's a really great way to use the whole product and make sure that you're getting all that flavor without actually having to cook bacon sometimes. So that really helps too. So I'm going to use our stainless scoop and just I'm going to put a couple big scoops in there. Yeah, I think that's where I'm going to stop. So that's first. I'm almost out. I need to make some more bacon. Hey. And then I'm going to take an onion and try to tilt you guys down a little bit. If you're watching this and you think you have someone who would love to see things like this, you could tag them below. It may or may not let them see it until you add them to this group. So you can go into the Kimberly's Kitchen group and just add them or invite them to become a part of the group. And I would love that. So let's see here. Well, and if you ever have trouble with onions, you need a Santoku knife. A Santoku knife, our Forge lines, y'all, they're rocking because they're lifetime warranty. I like to hear that because you don't hear that a whole lot anymore on other products, on any products really. These things are, if anything ever happens to them, Pampered Chef is going to take care of you all the way. I don't know why it's taking me so long to peel this. Okay, I have this one little piece of skin here left that's, how it's like, it's onion, but it's like, the skin is like imprinted on the onion right there. So, okay. So I'm going to take our onion, and I know it's very glary. I'm sorry. There we go. Take the onion, and let me see if I can swing you guys around. And I'm going to just take it and cut it right in half like that. And then I am going to put it on our quick slice. I'm going to, okay, knock it down, and it's sliced that way. I'm going to kind of squeeze it together and just pick this up and give it a quarter turn, because that's just slices. I want it diced. Y'all, and that's a fine dice, or I mean a small dice, I guess I should say. When it goes in there, little bitty little chunks like that size to dice. So I'm gonna do that one more time. So onions are going in. This is such an easy dish, and then sometimes they fall apart on you. But that's okay. You can still spin it around. Whoop. I just went down a little bit too fast on it there. But this is such an easy dish to make, and it's an easy way to add some really great flavor to your green beans. Hey, y'all. Like I said, make sure you add your friends to this group so they can get weekly recipes and things like that. So onions and bacon grease, and then I'm taking our green beans and I'm just gonna put them all in here. I've washed these, they've been in my fridge, and these green beans they weren't gonna last much longer if I didn't do something with them. So I'm gonna go ahead and get those down in there, and I'm actually going to take a handful. I have another bag over here. take a handful and just like put them down in there. Whoop. This needs to be pinched off the end there. These are from Rouse's, and they're really good about having really farm fresh food. So sometimes you have to come in here and, you know, pinch them, or you can snap them or whatever, but I'll do them as I see. And then, y'all, then I'm gonna pull out my secret weapon. Let's see. Looking for my shears. I don't know what I did with them, but I was gonna go ahead and cut those in half, but I don't know. I maybe left them at my party. So I'm gonna leave those there, and they're just gonna cook down low and slow, and they'll be ready for us for dinner time. So I'm gonna put a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and put just a little bit of water, and that's gonna be my final step to the green beans. You know, that's gonna be enough to provide a little bit of steam in there for them. Okay. So easy enough, right? Like green beans, a little bit of bacon grease, and some onions. And I am gonna do salt and pepper. I don't know why I didn't do that already. Like, here's my black pepper. I have our grinders. I have ran out of pink Himalayan sea salt for my salt grinder, so I have got to get on that. And then I'm gonna go grab some sea salt out of the pantry. And that's gonna be it. A little bit of sea salt over. You wanna salt them because that's gonna help soften them up for you too. So that's that. Now it's time for the pork. Are you guys ready to see the German pork? Have you guys ever made German pork? It's really, really good. So you could do this with pork tenderloin. You can do this. You could do this even with pork chops. So your cook time is just going to vary a little bit. I have a big pork shoulder in here. Take that right out. There you go. Goes right in there. And then let me go wash my hands because I got pork goodness on it. Alrighty, so now I have about 6 or 8 of these red potatoes, and I'm just gonna take these, I'm just gonna have them, I'm just gonna kind of throw them in pretty randomly. I have a couple that are teeny, so I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna have those at all. And then I'm gonna add in some baby carrots in here. And the secret ingredient is sauerkraut and some Shiner Bock. I love, you know, I'm not a huge beer drinker. Every now and then, you know, but I really, there's not going to be a whole lot of room in here for everything I want to fit, but we're going to make it work. Okay. So I got the potatoes in. You know, this is a really good way to use up veggies. Like, we love to do baby carrots, but we like to eat them when they're super fresh. And when they're kind of like, okay, they're, you know, been in there a little while, then we just like throw them into some slow cooker dish and get them slow cooked, and they get so sweet. And my kids love cooked carrots. Okay, and before the meat gets like completely covered, I'm gonna go ahead and salt and pepper it. It's a big old hunk of meat too. So in here now we have the carrots, we have potatoes, and we have our big old pork shoulder. And next we're gonna go with the Shiner Bock. And right in the pot. Everybody in the pot. And then I do a whole can, but I had a little bit of extra in this jar. So I'm gonna do a can plus what's left in the jar of sauerkraut. So I know you're probably thinking, we don't eat sauerkraut in my house. I'm not touching it. Maybe you're thinking that. But the thing is when you cook sauerkraut for a long time, it's kind of like roasting Brussels sprouts. Like, they can be pretty bitter if you don't cook them the right way, right? But sauerkraut is one of those things. Sorry, I had a phone call coming in. But sauerkraut is one of those things that if you cook it long enough, it kind of becomes sweet and it's delicious. So I say give it a try. And then, so here we go. And this is another thing. I'm just going to kind of throw it all over the top and fit it all in there. And then as everything cooks down, room will be made. Because everything kind of softens up and gives way, right? Oh, I just got a big hunk of it over here on the counter. Okay, so everything goes in. And this is just going to tenderize that meat, and it's going to be amazing. Okay, so that's it. My lid's going to go on that, and that's going to cook on low. I have them on high right now. I was getting them hot, but that's going to go on a low for 8 to 10 hours for the pork, 6 to 8 hours for my green beans. And if you haven't had green beans that have been slow cooked all day, this is going to be a real big treat for you and your family. And if you love potatoes, throw potatoes in your green beans. My kids love potatoes in their green beans. But so there we have it. Super easy slow cooker meal, German pork and bacony green beans. And I can't wait to eat dinner, y'all. So this is actually going to be for tomorrow night because I didn't start it until too late for today, but that's okay. I have something else in store for my family for tonight. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, have an amazing week, and we'll see you very soon. Bye, y'all.